As sad as it is to say for today, this is what's up. Ron Killings, the WWE former known as R-Truth, is announcing his departure. The veteran is leaving after a 17-year run with the company. He shared the news on social media, expressing his gratitude to the fans of the WWE and just loving them for all the support that he received in his career. His departure follows the expiration of his contract, which reports indicates that WWE is not going to renew, which means Ron Killings is now on to other greater things. We'll talk about possible things towards the end of the readout from the Robot Editor. Now, his final appearances occurred last week, including a match against John Cena, his childhood hero, although he is, of course, 4 years older than he is, happening on Saturday night's main event on May 24th, and then about on Monday Night Raw with JC Mateo. I'm sorry, on SmackDown with JC Mateo on the 28th, with the return of little Jimmy, of all things, of course. His release was essentially surprised to most, although we'll talk about it in a moment, but reactions from fans, wrestlers, and the world itself who know a little bit about Ron Killings has been immense, and much love going out to the man known as R-Truth, once known as K-Quick, and for all the great things he's done. Now, his career, 17 years with WWE itself, but the man is 2 years older than I am. He's 52 years old, 53 years old, I guess. He already hit 53. So he is done quite a bit out there, and it's surprising that you would say he can still do it. Still performs at a very high level, and on his tenure in his career, 2 United States titles in WWE, 2 tag team titles in WWE, record 54 reigns as the 24/7 champion. That's kind of a joke, but it is 54 reigns as a champion, and made history in TNA as the first recognized black NWA World Championship heavyweight champion in that league. So that's something big there as well. The wrestling community is now expressing lots of surprise, a lot of sadness, and showing a lot of love and a lot of jokes and memes that are R-Truth-ish in the day going forward. If you're watching your Twitter, your X, what's going on, you're going to see a lot of Ron Killings wondering, what's this guy's all about? You will see this man is the most hardest working performer in wrestling in WWE. You give him some sort of shtick, he does it. Vince McMahon seemed to love him so much because whatever you gave to him, he knocked out of the park no matter how ridiculous it was, including things like Little Jimmy and the time he came out dressed as a Confederate colonel to put himself as a match against John Cena at the time, who was a champion then as well. The departure marks the end of a significant chapter in WWE history because we're going back to legacy performers, guys that have been there for quite some time. In the past, those guys were played off as, essentially they were just talent that was there to help develop other people. They're just, jobbers for the sake of needing someone on the roster to get beat every time. R-Truth was not that guy. R-Truth may not have won many matches in the last couple of years, but what he did, he was a tag team champion a little while ago until he had a quick feud back there. He was able to play a role, because they're all playing roles, that everyone could enjoy, no one could hate. Even when he was playing his heel roles, it was hard to not be in love with the man right there. And the fact that the guy is still wrestling, still physical like this at 53 years old is something. There's no reason why TNA or AEW is not going to pick him up for another short run to do something going forward to get some fun out of it and let him have fun on the way out. But as it stands, his contract with WWE is done, so we know they're going with bigger, badder. They need more spaces for some of the younger talent coming on, and he knows that because he knows the business. R-Truth, we salute you. Take it easy, my brother. You keep doing what you do. Find some way to be getting on some sort of broadcast stuff. Find some way to do some commentary. Get on a podcast where you're actually talking about the matches. Do it as Ron Killings, because Ron Killings is actually a very intelligent person. When you hear him talk, hear him speak, the R-Truth character is hilarious. But Ron Killings, he is really the man.